great day having a conversation with the Holy Spirit. Having a conversation with the Holy Spirit. And I was saying, I see why you needed me to let go of certain people, places, and things. And I was just telling God, thank you. But to the people, places, and things that I had to let go of, God is now showing me why I had to let those things go. At first, I couldn't wrap my mind around why God wanted me to let these things go. And for a long time, I kept thinking that I could hold on to God and hold on to those things and still be in alignment with the plan that God had. But God never intended for those people, places, and things to go with me where I am now. And as He's revealing to me and showing me, you see why I didn't want this person to go with you. You see why I needed you to move away from that place. You see why I needed you to let go of that thing. It's starting to all make sense. But if He would have told me this at the beginning, I don't think I would have done it, because of how scary it sounded. See, some of those things, some of those places, some of those people I thought I needed. Hear me good, this for somebody. It was some of those people I thought I needed in order to get to where God was calling me to. I'm like, well, God, I need them to get to this place. I'm going to need that connection to get into this room. God said, no. I'm going to connect you and align you with a whole different type of people, okay? I'm going to put you in a whole new place where nobody knows you, and I'm going to add the connections. I'm in a city now where I didn't know anybody. God grew these connections. He put me in these places. He put me in the right building at the right time, and I met my boss. Listen, when God orchestrates your steps, God orchestrates your steps, it's something beautiful to see, because it's like, oh my goodness, we call it our first mind. Something told me I should have just went with my first mind. I started going with the Holy Spirit, with what I was hearing, what I was feeling, what I was sensing. Go to the grocery store this day. God had an angel for me at the grocery store waiting in the wing. I go into this building, random building. I met my boss in this building. He said, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. And I'm looking at him like, I've never met you before a day in my life. I said, you've been looking for me? And I just smiled, because I'm like, that ain't nobody but God's doing. That ain't nobody but God, that I'm walking in this building and I meet a person that's an owner and a CEO, a boss. And this man was so aligned with God that I didn't even need to know how much he was going to pay me, because I knew God had sent me to him. So it did not matter how much he was going to start me off. God planted me here. So he's going to supply everything that I need. And when I tell you, every month I was getting a raise. Every time I turn around, I'm being promoted. There's something, I'm doing things that I don't even qualify for. I work for a company. I'm not an accountant. God will put you in places and spaces where others would look at me and say, she's not even qualified to be here. The devil is a lie, and his mama is too. God already had my name written on the door before I got there. Okay? My name was already written. He already had it worked out, and I just didn't know. But now, as I go along my journey, my faith is a lot stronger. So when I come across things, when I come up against things, it don't bother me. It don't shake me at all. It don't move me at all. Because I understand that God is a very present help. See, that's not just a cliche. God is a very present help. He's more present than family and friends should have been, could have been. But God didn't need them to assist me. He wanted me to know how to lean and depend on him. So I don't blame my family and friends for not lending a helping hand at all. Because I understand that God wanted me to be able to lean on him. And if he wanted me to lean on a person, he would send them. There were times where God would send his help through people. Yes. Then he would have times where he would send random resources that I forgot about. Checks in the mail at the right time. At the right time, in the nick of time, he'll do it. He'll do it in the nick of time. I love the way he works. I love God's plan. It ain't nobody that God can tell me, hey, disconnect from them, and I won't do it, because I understand that he sees far more than what I can see. And if the Holy Spirit is leading me and guiding me to let go of a person, place, or thing, I'm going to do it. And if it's meant for that person, place, or thing to come back, he knows how to put them back into my life. It may be a period where they need to grow and I need to grow separately, and he'll bring us back together later at a later time. I've had that happen too with friendships, where it's like, God, I want to reach out to them. I don't like the way it ended. I want to talk to this person. But God would tell me to time, in due time, in due season. I'll allow it to come back around, but for right now, just keep doing what I told you to do. And at the right time, in the right season, he brought me and this friend back together. And now I see why he had us separated all this time. I love time. Time reveals all. Time is the best teacher. Sometimes time is all you need to clear your name. Whew. Sometimes time is all we need. Distance is all we need. You're going to have to start distancing yourself from people, places, and things. Allow God to work on that. While he work on you, he start building characteristic traits. He'll change how you do things, how you react to things. He'll change your strategy on how to get toward a person, to a place. I understand you want 6 figures, but let me show you how we get there, and then how we stay there. Let me show you how to manage your money properly, since your parents didn't teach you. Let me show you how to build characteristic traits, since it wasn't taught to you. For some, it was taught and you just didn't listen. Now let me teach you. Let me show you through trial and error. Let me show you through life's ups and downs. Because it's going to happen. Ups and downs are going to happen, but it don't affect my emotions. See, God will show you how to control your emotions. You won't just be so quick to react. You make error when you are moving in haste. I'm reading a book now called War by Robert Greene. Talks about the 33 strategies of war. Really mental based. I encourage you to read it with me. But God is trying to orchestrate someone's steps today. And you're going to have to let go of some people, places, and things that you think that you need to get to where you're trying to go. I love y'all. Peace.